So something a bit different today. I'm going to share this brand new project with you. I've just received it in the post. It's a Halloween spooky needle felting kit. I'm going to do a full unboxing, make it, and at the end I'm going to show you exactly what mine looks like, exactly what you can expect, and give some tips along the way. So stay with me and let's see what you can make. So this box is what you're going to get. Just a reminder, there's a link with a 10% discount in the description below. So this box is a big box. It's over 12 inches by 13 inches. And inside, are you ready to get into the Halloween spirit? And then all these boxes with numbers on. And that's because it's something called a blind kit, which means you don't know what's behind each door. So it's a little bit like an advent calendar. And here's your booklet with your instructions. So it tells you the company, and there's a picture of the completed kit. And then throughout, you'll see these QR codes that link to some YouTube videos showing you what to do, which are brilliant, by the way. Really good when you get stuck on a little bit as well. And you can see there are step-by-step instructions and photos. So however you want to learn, there's a way for you here. And also, when you get to the front, you'll find there's a little section that just gives you some general information about the kit and needle felting and how it works, and some encouragement to create your own masterpiece. So you can create it exactly how the kit is or do your own thing. So also there, of course, it shows you all the different items and what page they're on in the booklet. So when you come to your box, the first thing to do is open your basic tools. You won't be doing anything without those. All the little doors have these perforations. Now, I'm terrible with them, but I generally am. So I don't know if they're difficult to open or it's just me, but I had trouble opening the doors on the perforations, as you can see. So once you get the door open, you'll find a little bag of tools and a needle felting mat. Now, I'm going to give you quite a bit of detail in this video in case you've never done needle felting, but I would say the kit is whether you've done needle felting before or not, this kit is for you. So the first thing you've got is that block, which is nice and firm to do all your needle felting onto. And then in this little bag, the first thing we come across are finger protectors. Really recommend using them. There's a lot of intricate detail, and when you're stabbing, you don't want to stab your fingers. Those needles are very sharp and they hurt. Also, there are two handles for the needles, which I think is really good. So you could do this kit with somebody else. And a little tube full of needles. Now, it's really good in this kit that you don't just get one or two needles, you get plenty. So if you do have trouble and snap them, which some people do quite a lot, you've got plenty. And then you can use them for future projects as well. I actually only snap one, so I'm very pleased with myself. Now, the way you use them in the handles is that you pop the end of the handle out, hook the little needle in, and then push it back in. And you want a handle because it's so much easier to do the needle felting, so much more relaxing and so much more enjoyable. So I'm really pleased they're included in this kit. And that's all your equipment. So then I'm going to show you how I got started. So what I'm going to show you is what you get when you open one of the doors. Now, I'm only showing you what's behind one door. I'm not going to spoil the surprises. So behind one of the doors, you get the skeleton. And what you get is a little bag full of wool rovings, all the wool that you need to make the elements that are in that section. And in this case, it's a skull, 2 bones, and a candle. So for those of you that have not needle felted before, I just wanted to show you how you get started. So you find your instructions, you look on the back at the picture so you can see what you're aiming for and where it's going to go in your picture. Well, is it a 3D picture? Your project. So you just roll some of the wool up, get your finger protectors on, and then start using your needle. And you literally just push the needle in and out of the wool. And it doesn't matter if you go into the block underneath, not at all. And what you're doing is felting the wool together using the little hooks on the needle. So it makes it come firm and a nice 3D effect. And you just keep doing that and then adding the different colours and doing whatever you need to do. And as if by magic, I ended up with the candle. And that's the basics of needle felting. And the only thing that really matters, my tip, is to keep the needle straight. Don't try and bend it while it's in the wool. That's how you snap them. Experience talking. And there's my little skull next to my needle. needle. I don't know what's the matter with me today. Next to my candle. So I also wanted to show you the pumpkin house. And yes, I've only got 4 segments, and I know normally a pumpkin has more, but I'd kept it nice and simple. And I'm just going to show you that you make it in the very plain wool, but then you're going to decorate it with this vibrant orange. The colours in this kit are excellent. I think they're really good. A nice blend of the dark that you need for Halloween and some bright pops of colour so that it's not so miserable and scary. So all you need to do to colour something is literally take some of your wool, your coloured wool, lay it on and needle felt it in place. And you just keep doing that until the whole thing's covered. Now a tip here is, whatever part of this kit you're on, if you're having trouble, the problem is probably that you haven't needle felted enough. You have to do a lot of in and out. Okay, so if it's not coming together, keep going. It's probably just you haven't done enough yet. And then you carry on and add all the little details. You see how smooth and tactile that is just from the way I can't stop holding it. Right, I wanted to show you the mat next, but my cat Emily decided to help. So once you've got all your elements, you're going to do the mat. So there's a large piece of felt and you needle felt your brown wool to it. And then you bake balls of the brown wool and you needle felt those in place. And just add more rovings to make it nice and smooth. So you end up with some really good terrain on your mat. Oh, here she comes again. I think she might be fascinated by the smell of the wool. I'm not sure. But she's being a nuisance. I don't recommend having your pet or a child here when you're needle felting. Those needles are really sharp. Oh, I think she's going now. Yes. Oh no, she's going to sit on the mat. It must be very comfortable. So perhaps we'll move on. Once you've got your mat done, I wanted to show you another element of this kit, which is where you combine wools. So you can take different colours and just take, I don't know, about the same amount of each and mix them together. So the way we're going to do that here, to put the nice green colour onto our hills and terrain, is you just pull it and you just keep shredding it together until it mixes as much as you want. So if you keep going, you can get it all so they'll be about the same colour, or you can leave it with the different colours in there to give yourself more texture, which is what I did. But it's a great addition to help you get more creative in your kit. Obviously I sped it up, so it takes a little bit of time, but it's worth it to get those extra colours and that extra detail. And then all you're going to do is needle felt that onto your mat wherever you want it. Now I pretty much stuck to what they'd done on the original kit, but you could put it wherever you like. So just while we're doing this, I'm just going to talk to you about the handle and how that helps you to really enjoy the kit. Because a real top tip for needle felting is to relax your neck, your shoulders and your grip. You don't need to grip it tightly, and just keep relaxed. And then you can really enjoy it. And you won't get strained and you won't be worrying that you're hurting yourself. It's actually really relaxing. And you can see, you just keep doing it. Now, how much you want to needle felt, this is up to you. You could leave it quite loose and have quite a bit of texture. But I just wanted to show the way you do it and the great effect. Now, when I'd finished my mat, I realised I hadn't needle felted it enough, really. So I would make sure you use all the wool roving, because mine ended up a little bit flexible. And I think if you needle felted it all on, it would be nice and thick. But I solved it by simply putting some cardboard on the bottom once I'd completed the whole project. Because the next thing you're going to do is attach all your elements to the mat. You don't need glue. There's no glue in this kit. It's all needle felting. That's all you do. So you simply needle felt it down. Now, if you've never done needle felting, you'll probably be amazed that those quite solid objects are just going to needle felt to the mat. But they do, because obviously it's just wool to wool, the same as you've been doing. And then just make sure it's secure. And the tip here would be lots of needle felting to make it really secure. So a reminder that if you want this kit, there's a link with a 10% discount in the description. And here's my completed kit. I'm really pleased with it. and it's definitely going to be kept for years and years and years to come out every Halloween in our house. So I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoy your kit. And all that's left for me to say is Happy Halloween!